Attention. Go. Class is now in session. Education. Information. Informative to oneself. Young black boy. History. Past. Present.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. When thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield.
Education of 146,000 days. For 100 years, mysterious tears, scars bound to stay. Culture stolen, reprimanded, names thrown away. Revolutionist movement came because this was bound to change. Chains, shackled, obtained, pronounced slaves. Separation of families and crucified in the rain. Brainwashed to believe there was no hope to attain. Then we staged the war and the victory we have claimed. Black education, artillery, know your history. Because an ignorant soul is only a mystery. One hand, one soul, one stand, one goal. United as one army and divided if we fold. Black shields, new mission. Black shields, one vision. Black shields, reliving. Black shields, the times we living in. Because it was MLK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the rest to war paved the way. Digest, materialize, education of our emancipation. Proclamation of our freedom in the sacred pages. Inform yourself of the movement and its many stages. Don't take this biased respect to all different races. Just educate self of all the many different phases. Black shields, black love, must improve our situation.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. When thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. When thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Cotton fields to the bill, saints in New Orleans. I'm here to tell you about a legacy that has been stolen. Actually, this is a message if they laugh at me. I spit something that shake their ass about the apathy. My elders told me age 7, get your education. You gotta take it, son, they ain't gonna give you reparations. I did that college shit and now I'm spitting knowledge on another continent. I'm blasting off like I'm a rocket ship. Fred Hampton, Huey P, remember Stephen Biko, Patrice the Moment, and Kwame Nkrumah for the people. Nat Turner, David Hill, even Bobby Seale. I bet Malcolm X and Martin, they dreamed of Emmett Till. Revolution of self, elevate the mind state. Boost up the reading score, down with the crime rate. Clown with the nouns great, profound and it sound great. Marching all in unison until we make the ground shake. One love, one stance, one God, one aim. Reverse mental conditioning until we all become sane. Whenever you say something real, they always coming after you like Dracula. Still say unify the diaspora. Senegal to Detroit, Eskimos and the Haitians, Compton to Berlin, Hawaii to the Bayesians, the Europeans and Asians, patient, staging a worldwide city, and listen, Black Shield mission.
Can't stop, man. Hey, top of the top. Happy Malcolm Thursday. First of all, let's go ahead and kick off our disclaimer because we talking about let's go ahead and kick it off real fast. You tapped into the Make a Culture Move podcast. To be more specifically, the top of the top with King Phillip, where we talk about the issues that we see within our own community that we're not supposed to talk about. And the minute we start talking about these issues, those in our own community got a problem with us talking about those issues, so they start attacking us. All right, but we didn't have to go out and do a whole lot of research to back up what we're saying with what we're talking about because, number one, I have a lived experience in this community. I've been through certain things in my own personal life that give me the credibility to discuss what I'm talking about. All right. I'm also saying, too, if you have a problem with anything that I have to say, please take the time to reevaluate why what was said made you feel some kind of way. You do not have to, I can't wait to get Phillip a piece of my mind. This nigga, he gonna hear what I gotta know. I'm not. I said what I said when I said it, and I meant it. You know what I mean? So just change your internal so that the external will be a reflection of that change. You coming at me, giving me a piece of my mind ain't gonna change the internal. All right, that's what I'm saying. Do that though. You intimate. I'm also too, if you have not done so, you know what I mean, go ahead and check out the website. All right, go ahead and check out the website. We still pushing these donations all the way throughout every day period. You know what I mean. Go ahead and like some on any of our social medias. Follow some all things social at Macam 303, MACM 303, or you can just type it in facebook.com/Macam 303, Instagram.com/Macam 303. Do that Twitter thing too, /Macam 303, that Pinterest thing, /Macam 303. We got the YouTube channel. So it got YouTube /C /Macam 303. If you got a business, you know, we do not mind sharing or sending out your business out there to get you plugged. You know what I mean? But y'all got to do y'all's part and send us y'all's IG handle or whatever you want us to send it to. So shout out to East End Visions. You know, they got they East first, Bells first, ACO first, everything first. You know, we bringing a vision of unity together, period. Holla at Gems for Queens, get you bedazzled on out, some earrings, some nose rings, some all kind of rings, whatever rings you need. Intimate. Go ahead, holla at my man In Game Association, my man B. You know what I mean? What he's doing with the chess thing is beautiful, it's different. Intimate. It's beautiful and it's different. All right. You know, and it's about us, including us. When I say us, it's the Black diaspora. You intimate, they, you know, the whole Black folks in the whole chess arena, in the whole chess world, it's just non-existent. And to think that we don't get down on the chessboard, that's low-key disrespectful. You know, I know people who know me over 10 years, 11 years so far since I've been out, who've never seen me lose, who never seen me take an L on the chessboard. Intimate, and I bang on the chessboard. But I'm also saying too, you know, check them out. They doing big things. And holla at homegirl Body Love by Tel. Get you some good old lip balm. Intimate, get you straight all day. She got the soap, she got the all that other stuff too. You know, if your baby got eczema and stuff like that, you know what I mean? She got a nice little eczema cream that I'm reading good reviews and stuff on about. But yeah, tap in, you know what I mean? That's how we're gonna move that way. Top of the top to you, Miss Nikki. It's good to see you. You Intimate. So yeah, we talking about suicidal thoughts. We talking about failed suicide attempts. All right, that's where we at with this discussion. We're at with this conversation. You know, and again, I wanted to bring y'all the history of Macam. I wanted to have that conversation with y'all just so y'all can see where we came from to where we're at right now. But you know, there's stuff that I see within our own community that I still have to be like, hold on, history of Macam. I gotta say something about this first. You Intimate. And you know, just recently, I mean, I'm still, you know, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me, you know, to see folks hold their lives hostage. Like, nigga, I'm gonna do it. Is like what? And I got a pretty good idea. You know what I mean? I got a pretty good idea, especially with niggas nowadays and stuff too. Like what to drive somebody that way, what to drive somebody to that. You know what I mean? But if y'all don't mind, I want to go ahead and share a new poem with y'all that I just put out on my website and stuff like that. It's called Suicidal Unthoughts. All right. What happens when life makes you shake and quiver? Do one just say fucking and throw the towel in with thoughts of never picking it up again? Something every suicidal thought doesn't consider. So round one, fuck it. Thoughts in a bucket of pills that you know won't get the job done. Just enough to get your stomach aired. Now you're left to deal with feelings that put your mind somewhere and friends that no longer claim you as theirs. So round two, you say fuck it and flick the same wrist horizontally just to feel the rush that's oh so familiar to that first high, cry, and nut combined. I know y'all remember those first ones. And it still won't get the job done. Third round, you say fuck it and aim the heat above your cheeks instead of between your teeth, scared to let the cold steel burn your last thoughts, you see. What that leave is worried friends and family left to clean up brain matter and tissue, changing diapers from failed attempts and burning questions, how could you? What that leave is worried family and friends wondering why the fuck you wearing long sleeves and a drop top Benz while it's 95 degrees. Whether or not we ask, what the fuck are the bracelets for? You see, the more we try to hide the pain we go through, two can play that game too. Do it right the next time. Aim the heat, put the heat in your mouth and aim high. Slit your wrist like a lowercase L instead of a minus sign. Minus the bullshit you leave your family and friends left to clean up. Clean up before yourself, because after is only an afterthought. Shit. Consider the life you could live if you just live. You see, life hurts. So you got to know how to hurt life so your thirst for desires expires. So before you say fuck it and reach for the heat or shower or down a bucket, you're not only hurting yourself. Your kids can't sneak past the urn on the shelf, and don't forget, hell is a one-way ticket with no forgiveness. That piece is a poem that, folks will... You ain't supposed to say that type of shit. We ain't supposed to talk about the failed suicide attempts, because suicide in the Black community is high. We see it all day, every day on Facebook, on the social medias. You see youth who you work with, see youth who, you come across with, whatever the path may have led y'all to together. You see once y'all part ways or whatnot, how, the youth, they out here, I'm gonna kill myself. Life ain't even worth living. Nah. I mean, the thing is, too, a lot of it is behind relationship and women. These youth, they get into these relationships and they put all of their everything behind a woman staying with them and being with them and being able to keep them afloat. When the woman finds something better, finds something else, or you flip up and you lacking, and then y'all ain't no longer riding the same wave and vibing the same. So now you want to kill yourself. You don't find no value in life because your yada ain't your yada no more. When there's a whole bunch of other yadas out there. I'm just saying, when it comes down to us, especially number 1, 2, I'm seeing it come from folks who have babies, who have kids. What if you decide to shoot yourself in the head and you live because you didn't do it the right way? You didn't do it the guaranteed, 100% guaranteed, this is going to take me out right way. And lived. Do we think about that? Do we think about when we do decide to shoot ourselves, or if we decide to shoot ourselves, in whose house and what environment will we be in? Who's going to be left to clean up your mess? First of all, you're going to shit on yourself. We talking about cleaning up brain matter and blood everywhere, off the walls. Got to get the floors replaced. Got to get the carpet. I mean, we talking all this. We can't continue to think that we're the only ones who we are hurting when we decide to and why are we getting on the social media and talking about I don't want to live no more? What are we looking for from people when we get on the social media saying life isn't worth living anymore? What are we looking for? Because people will tell you don't do it. Yeah, you the shit. Yeah, you all this and the third. Does that really do something in terms of shifting our whatever the fuck we need to fix in here? Once we hear that from folks, does that really work? if we go out there and put that energy out there instead of not putting energy out there. I mean, I know it sounds insensitive. All right. Because I come from a space where I've experienced failed suicide attempts. Not just one, not just two. I just busted it in a poem. Different failed suicide attempts. Y'all got babies. Our goal is to leave our babies in this world by themselves. That can't be the vibe. With us mixing too, you know, and my thing is when we mix with somebody, we rub off on somebody. We rub off on folks who we mix with. So with that even considered too, like that's not the vibe. That's not the whole wave. And again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm coming from this space just looking down on it because I was in this space. I used to be in this space. You know, again, if you know my story, or if you talk to me, if you tapped into anything or something, you know, you would know that growing up, you know what I mean? I lost my pops when I was 8, my mom's when I was 15. So suicide was a part of me daily. Well, suicidal thoughts was a part of me putting my drawers on, putting socks on. You know, let me throw this suicide on real fast. Let me put this suicidal jacket on real fast. Thinking of a different way, thinking of how I can end, you know, the suffering that I was going through, that I felt like at the time that I was going through. And that's another thing too. There's people going through some real life shit. There are people, not to say that, you know, a breakup with your little girlfriend, you know what I mean, in your early 20s ain't no real life shit. But I'm talking about there's people homeless who's getting they shit swept, all their belongings thrown away, and they don't know, like, nigga, it's about to be snowing, it's wintertime, it's cold. These are real life issues on survival, whether or not they're gonna make it through the night type of shit, because the police in the city of Denver just came and threw all they tents and all the other shit that they had, their belongings, away. Now, again, not to say that y'all's little relationship problems that you've been in since you were in high school, you know what I mean, that y'all met each other in high school type of thing, isn't a big issue. But again, we have folks who've died from COVID, who just got killed recently just on some humbug type shit, who got killed recently on some retaliation type shit, who got killed. I mean, not to say that y'all's little relationship issues, that, you know, the girl who took your virginity, who y'all both took each other's virginities and stuff with, you know, who she probably got your kid or whatnot, you know what I mean, that y'all breaking up. Not to say that that ain't an issue, but, you know, there's people out here who's fighting for their lives in a hospital. There's people who's fighting for their lives in court. There's people in prison who's serving elbows with the highest of spirits. With the highest of spirits. We got to look at perspective. And me personally, if we got babies out here in this world, I personally, again, this is me and my beliefs, this is me and my stands where I'm at, I personally believe that you should have nowhere in your heart and your being and your spirit to be holding your life hostage, to be ransoming your life, like if nobody says anything to a post that you said about you not wanting to be alive anymore, that's going to be the ticket out. I don't want those who feel like um Philip is talking sure that this is even more reason, you know what I mean, to do the deed. Honestly, I'm gonna do it right. Slitting your wrist horizontally is not gonna get it done. Taking a bottle of Tylenol ain't gonna get it done. As insensitive as that sounds when I say do it right, as insensitive as that sounds, I don't want you to. Your babies don't want you to. Your family don't want you to. As much as they don't speak to you, as much as they don't tap in with you or whatnot, they don't want you to. Don't do it just to have folks, you want to become a hashtag because you see how much love and energy folks get when they die. Don't do that because that's what you are seeking and that's what you're looking for. There's other ways to get that appreciation from folks if that's what you're looking for. All right, there are other ways to get that from folks. Again, if that's something that you was looking for. All right. But at the end of it, you know, what we need to be trying to seek is self-fulfillment within ourselves. So that it don't matter what happened externally outside of our control, that's not going to have an effect on who I am, how I'm gonna make my next move, my best move, not just tomorrow, not just the next day, but all the days. Not just one way, but all the ways. All right. So I'm just saying, push comes to shove, you are beautiful, you are precious. Suicide, that's not the wave, that's not the move. What we need to do in our community, again, we need to find that value in ourselves before we try to give it to somebody else. We need to find that value in ourselves before we can find somebody else to value us. We got to live. We got to break generational curses. We got to change the dynamics of our culture. And in order to do that, we got to live. Life is hard. Life hurts. Hurt back, shit. Kids can't sneak past the urn on the shelf. Let's go. But yeah, let's find, you know, in terms of how can you value yourself when we haven't been taught that, when we haven't been taught how to love ourselves. Start off by just writing everything that you love about yourself. Even if it's just one thing. It could be you, it could be the fact that you got through one addiction, even though you relapsed. You love the fact that you even came forth to try to do that shit. You know, your L is, I mean, your win is a win. All wins are wins. We ain't gonna take no wins from nobody, but we need to start learning how we can love ourselves so that we'll never try to hurt or harm ourselves because we love ourselves too much. And I love myself too much. I made a promise to myself when I was younger that I would take my life. And that is a promise that I'm glad that I did not fulfill. I'm glad that that is a goal that I did not achieve. I'm glad that I saw something else. I don't know if it was just me scared of the act, but I'm glad whatever it was that that promise did not get fulfilled. Because I love life. I love Phillip. I love who I am, period. All right. But love yourselves. Love others. Serve others. And do it in a compassionate way. You know, that's it. If every Maca member was just like me, you know what I mean? What would this world be? Peace.